someone asked me was, what skincare products do I use? I have been using the exact same products for a long time, and it's very simple. I use the Cetaphil cleanser. I use a vitamin C serum, a toner, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. I try to do that not every single day because it's not good to put product on your face every single day. You gotta let it breathe, okay? But I do it often, and I think it's also mainly just my change in diet. As I let this dry down, I'm gonna go into my concealer. And by the way, I'm basically using all Say Beauty products. Literally Say Beauty concealer, brush, bronzer, and mascara. Okay. I just think they have one of the best products out there. So, next question is, what's my favorite form of self-care? My favorite forms of self-care are doing my hair and doing my skincare. When I do that, I feel just better. I feel more like myself. So yeah, that's like my favorite form of skincare. This is the Say Beauty Slip Tint Concealer in the shade 21. I definitely think I finally found my perfect shade of concealer. The main problem I had with concealer is it looking either too green or too yellow and orange. I think I'm more of a neutral undertone. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know. All I know is that this shade is good. Okay. So I'm just gonna, so I don't create too many air bubbles, but I'm not gonna apply it directly to my face. What I'm doing is I'm gonna use my concealer brush from Hourglass. And I'm gonna take a little bit. And what I like to do now is I don't like to start directly underneath my eye because then it just builds up too much product. I start below my eye and work it outwards like that. Does that make sense? Like that. Next question. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. What are my goals for 2025? I have a lot of goals for 2025, which this just may answer other questions that I also got, but my biggest goal for 2025 is to move. I have been where I currently am at for about 6 years, and I love it here, but it's definitely not where I want to be for the next 5 years. So I already, this took me the majority of 2024 to figure this out. That's something that I was working on outside of social media, is trying to figure out where I want to live and going through that whole process. So 2025, that is number one for me. Another goal that I have is, which I kept it a secret for a while, but there's a fly. Get out of here. Anyways, I am creating another channel. It felt forbidden, like I wasn't supposed to say that, but I have to. The reason why I decided I wanted to do this is because I'm not gonna lie. Although 2024 has been one of the best years of my life on a personal level, on a career level, I felt this is the most confusing year I've had in a long time. I love what I do. I love creating ASMR videos, but sometimes it felt very repetitive and I felt very limited creatively. And so it started at the beginning of the year. I would question myself so much. I was like, am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be doing ASMR? Do I have a calling because I felt like ASMR was just, it still is, but I just feel like ASMR is my number one. Like, it's the dream job. But this year really tested me a lot. And I basically concluded all the way at the end of the year that I don't want to feel limited. I don't want to feel like I'm in a box, and I don't want to not pursue something because I, quote unquote, already have success, or I've already reached that point. I feel like with life, especially as a content creator, the sky is the limit. As long as you have the passion, the desire, the love to create, you can create anything. So I don't want to just do ASMR. I want to do ASMR and other things. And it also put into question, who am I? Who is Deja? Not Deja ASMR. Who is it? Deja, okay? And I basically went on that whole quest this year to try and figure out my identity, what I like, who am I offline, etc. Because one thing that content creation does to a lot of us, especially when you continue to grow, is it consumes our lives. It's like, it's a blessing. Don't get me wrong, I love it. It's a blessing. If you don't have a healthy relationship with it, though, it can definitely become something that you hate, or something that you just burn yourself out with. And I'm blending this weird because I'm using my left hand, but burnout is a real thing, and it happens to a lot of us unexpectedly too. But I had to ask myself, like, what did you expect? If you're the one shooting the content, creating the content, editing the content, emailing, posting on every single platform, almost every day at one point last year, that is eventually going to take a toll on you, and you have to balance yourself and give yourself space to dedicate time to your life. When you don't have a set routine and schedule, or a boss, or a manager, or anything like that, it can be really hard to create schedules and routines and stick to them, because it's something new, it's something you've never done, and also you just have this desire to want to create. So I learned, it took me the whole year, y'all. I'm telling you, that is the main reason why I decided to slow down posting this year. It just happened because I wanted to figure out myself, basically, and take care of myself and not neglect myself no more, because that happens to a lot of creators. So I also had to ask myself, Deja, what do you want to do in 5 years? I know that's a long time from now, technically, but it doesn't hurt thinking about the future, because you're going to get there. And this is what made me think about creating another channel and possibly doing something else offline, having projects, going to class. That's another thing I did this year. Was somebody else asked me, by the way, so I'm going to answer it. If I do anything else besides ASMR, yes, I do. This started last year. Sorry, it's really hard for me to multitask, but this started in 2023, and I just realized I had nothing about me. Like, I have no hobbies, I have no creative adventures, nothing outside of ASMR. It was just ASMR. That's it. And that was my whole life, literally. So last year, I decided to try things out. And you already know, I love me some anime, okay? I love anime now. I love watching and playing tennis. Last year I took tennis lessons for the first time. It's been on and off, and I think I'm gonna start it up again also did this year, even though I didn't post as much as I wanted to. The time that I spent away from social media, I spent towards improving my craft. And one thing I think about a lot is the future, number one, but also when ASMR isn't my full-time job, what can I take from it and apply to my next position? And if you're, like I said, if you're the one doing everything by yourself, if you're your own boss, I think it's really beneficial to try and learn as you go. Like, just because you have your setup set, you have a laptop, you have a camera, and you're good, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't grow. And I mean, look at this camera I got. I got that in 2023, and I just now learned how to use it because I actually decided to spend time learning how to use it. And it's a whole nother device. Like, it's a whole nother process to learn how to use a professional camera versus using your iPhone. But guess what? That is the benefit of it. It's an investment, not only for the quality of your channel and your content, but for your future. Because the skills you learn from learning how to use a professional camera, learning about color theory, learning about digital marketing, learning about SEO, learning about makeup, I don't know, all of that you're teaching yourself in this time period will be useful in the future. So that's something I did a lot this year. Even though I didn't post a lot, I definitely did spend a lot of time learning and learning and learning and learning. And I don't regret that. I'd oftentimes do go back and forth in my head about, OMG, I should have posted more. Like, I feel like you guys think I abandoned you. Excuse me, my throat is dry, but sometimes I put it in my head that you guys hate me because I just wasn't there this year. I had to think about what was best for myself and for you guys as well, because me pulling back allowed me to do the work that I needed to do on the inside and out. And I'm still rambling, okay? We haven't even gotten to the next product here. Okay, concealer is on. I'm going for a really minimal, natural look, so I don't really care about the placement of the concealer. But next is blush. I'm gonna use this blush thingy. I'm gonna answer another question. Okay. I also have other goals for 2025 for my health. You can even look back to my my earlier videos from this year and even like 2023. I did not know my face was that swollen. Like, I just did not see it in myself, and it just made me realize that you don't see what you're actually going through until you actually heal from it or begin the process of healing. And that is basically 2024 wrapped up for me. It was really just a year of healing and doing the inner work. So I sincerely apologize for not being there online. But I really hope that what I'm saying right now resonates with a lot of you, because I feel like I'm not the only one that may have gone through a personal transformation or doing the inner work in 2024. Sorry again, my throat. But this is the Say Beauty Dew Blush in the shade Spicy. It's this warm color. So I definitely am going curious about a lot of things, so I question, and I will not stop questioning until I get an answer. But you see, this blush is very, very subtle, so I like it. But so the entirety of 2023 and even into 2024, I just really just didn't believe in myself, and I didn't have confidence in my abilities to perform and continue going at the rate that I'm going in. And seeing the number 600,000, by the way, congrats to all of us for hitting 600k, but seeing that number just doesn't feel real. And I don't want to stay, it's not like I don't want to say it in a way where I'm proud of having imposter syndrome or being doubtful, because I'm not proud of it, and I don't like it. I hate that feeling. I think what I realized this year is that while doing the inner work to heal, basically, when you create or form your identity, you also form your values, your core beliefs, and all that does is help you build confidence to, you know, do what you want to do in your life. And also experiences like traveling and just life teaches you a lot. And I feel like, obviously, when I think about my life in 2023, I was 22 years old, and I hadn't experienced much, and I still haven't experienced much, so of course I'm gonna feel that way. But I feel like as I've gotten older and have done the work this year, it's slowly starting to disappear from my brain. Those negative thoughts and doubtful energy that I carry around sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think another thing that woke me up is seeing my family still in the position that they're in, and it just gives me this unbelievable amount of drive to keep going. When you see your family struggling still and there's not much you can do, it hurts you deep, and it makes me think, like, you know what, I'm done thinking about or thinking that I'm not deserving or not deserving to be in this space. And by the way, I did go to therapy twice this year, but I feel like most of the work I did was actually by myself. Like I just did what I had to do. I don't know, I feel like losing weight also helped, and then maybe my frontal lobe developed a little bit, because I think so. But girl, I've been hip blending this for eternity. Okay, that's that. But this brush here, and I'm gonna go on bronzer real quick. This, but someone asked, is college hard? If you don't know, I did go to college. I graduated in 2022. My ceremony was in 2023, and I went to school for communication. I say it depends on your major and what you do with your free time. For me, college was more difficult in the fact that at the time I went to college, the whole world stopped, and also I didn't have much money, so the hardest part for me was just having to afford college at a certain point. The work itself, I feel like I was pretty good at it. It was communication, not saying anything about it, but like it wasn't as difficult as something else like nursing or finance, you know. So at least for me, I don't think it was too difficult for me, but it depends on what you do with your time and your major. Okay, and this is the bronzer from Say Beauty in the shade Sail, if you can see it. Who is my favorite ASMR creator? Josie B. Okay. Do I have any career plans aside from social media? Yes, I do actually, and that's something that I've always had a firm belief in, and I'm always gonna stick to is, listen here, social media is always gonna be here as long as these apps are alive. social media is not going anywhere. Number one, your videos, your work online is not going anywhere, and you're not missing out on anything. I realized that this year, like, I ain't gotta be scrolling on social media 24/7. You know, live your life, do something for yourself, educate yourself, or go get some education, go get a job. Like, that's what I'm thinking for myself. And I've always been that way. That's why I just continue to learn, especially if you finish school permanently. It is incredibly important to continue learning. Do not stop. Do not stop, okay? Especially if you don't have any guidance, mentors, friends that work in certain fields. Like if it's just you by yourself, you have to hold yourself accountable to continue learning and doing stuff with your life. I'm gonna apply the bronzer right there. And bring it on my forehead like that. Look at that perfect shade. And also, I totally ditched my own rule of never wearing blue with the red/pink background color theory. So I look more yellow right now, orange on camera. But I have no other shirt that I want to wear. Like I just really wanted to wear this shirt. And I really wanted that background, so it's whatever. But one thing that I definitely learned from being on social media and being a content creator is that I'm actually pretty creative. And it's something that if social media was not here, if I had to go pursue a role, I'd want to pursue a creative director role, or creative, some sort of creative role. My mind immediately goes to creative director. That's the only thing I can think of. But like work my way there, not necessarily. I can't jump into it, but you get what I'm saying. Or some sort of creative role in the future. Okay. Next question. What has been my favorite video I've made in 2024? The Inside Out 2 video. I felt like that video resonated with me so much because I ain't gonna lie, I'm just like anxiety. Like, I can't sit in my thoughts too long. You can't leave me alone too long. And I can't sit by myself too long because I'm just gonna think and think and think. And it's gonna spiral, okay? But that video alone, I felt like was the best video I've made on YouTube and TikTok/YouTube Shorts. The visuals, the sounds, the idea, I just really liked it. And it was really fun to create. Someone asked me for advice/equipment for a beginner who wants to be an ASMR creator. So my advice is, number one, create videos that you yourself like to watch or want to create. Do not create videos that are just popular because you're gonna hate it. Do what you want to do, especially now. I feel like the way the YouTube algorithm works, personally, I'm seeing a lot more videos from smaller creators than larger creators. Like, I still see the larger creators, but I'm seeing a lot more small creators, lo-fi, faceless. I love those videos, first of all. And honestly, with many more people doing ASMR, it's even better if you just do things that you want to do and be yourself and be unique, because that helps you stand out. And I promise you're going to find, or the audience is going to find you, okay? That's my advice. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, especially in the beginning, and just have fun with it and do it for the community. At the end of the day, we're doing it to help people sleep. And as for equipment for beginner, I would say your phone, preferably an iPhone, mainly because the quality of the camera is good, but I heard Samsung is also good too. Don't quote me, okay? But your phone, you can use your front or back camera. I use my back camera. A Blue Yeti mic. This is the golden mic. I don't care what nobody say. I'm never gonna crap on Blue Yeti. But the Blue Yeti mic, you can get this, or if this is too expensive, you can get another smaller mic, which I thought I had relationship. That's amazing. But we're about to hit 6 years, and we've been together since our senior year of high school. But we've known each other since we were in middle school. So like we've known each other for majority of our lives. But 6 years, pretty good. Question. Before I do that, let me get into the brows. This is the makeup so far. Like I said, I really enjoy makeup now that's not too cakey. And I just realized my face is very round, short, soft looking. Some more makeup is not better for me. In my opinion, I like wearing less because it just enhances my facial features a little bit better. Okay, stop talking. What did 2024 teach you? I have a few things I wrote down. 1, nothing will change until you change. 2, your decisions in life can help or hinder you. 3, it's important to balance your life. 4, don't believe everything you think. And 5, time will pass, so you might as well do the thing that you've always wanted to do. Those are the 5 things that 2024 taught me. What is my favorite movie? Interstellar. I love it. Do people in my life think it's strange that I do ASMR? No. I have a lot of supportive people around me, so I'm very grateful that they don't think it's strange. What products do I use for my hair? Great question, because I'm not gonna lie, my hair has grown this year. 2024, I came into 2024 and I said, listen, I'm not losing any more edges. I'm not losing more hair than I already lost. And I realized, I think the reason I was losing my hair, when I really think about it, is because I kept doing them passion twists. I kept doing butterfly locks. I kept doing so much to my hair and I didn't let it breathe. And not only that, most importantly, I was not keeping it moisturized at all. I didn't know how to moisturize my hair. Now I know. I mean, my hair is still thin on the sides, but I learned this year how to take care of my natural hair out the shower, okay? And I can't go back. Like, after this, my hair is straight right now. After this, I'm going back to natural. So I like to do half of the month natural, half of the month straight. I love doing that now. And when I keep my hair natural, I realized, like, when you don't do too much to your hair and you don't manipulate it so much, it grows, or sorry, it retains its length better, and your hair just looks like the strength of your hair, the shine in your hair. It just is much better when you moisturize your hair properly. And yes, you need water. That's something I realized. You need water to moisturize your hair. I really thought that if you put water in your hair, you know what I'm saying, like before you go outside, or if you put too much water, you can get sick. That was my thought. You know what I mean? So I avoided spraying any type of water on my hair to make it, like, to moisturize it. I just put on the if you know, the pink lotion or some sort of moisturizer in my hair and kept it like that, like straight dry. But I realized all it does is just sit on your hair. It doesn't do anything. So you need water to open up the cuticle, and then you moisturize your hair with the hydrating moisturizer, basically. But let me answer the question. The products I use are from the brands My Black is Beautiful, Shea Moisture, Amika, Inner Sense, Briochio, Taraji P, Way, Olaplex, and that's pretty much it. That's it. Next, watching People's Puzzlers, People's Puzzler, The Switch, The Chase. I love watching Food Network, HGTV. I love watching homes on YouTube, like $1 Million Homes. I don't know, I just like watching it. But as far as like shows, the only show that I've dedicated myself to over the course of the past like 8, 5, 6, 7 years is Power. But Power currently ended. It ended in September. And it's not coming back on until I think next year. I think. So, Power. And then I watch anime, obviously. The most recent anime I completed is Solo Leveling. And this year, I ain't gonna lie, this year I watched a lot. I watched 12 genres of anime. That's the most I've ever watched. But some of the ones I can remember are Death Parade, Solo Leveling. I finished Demon Slayer. That was like the best. Oh, the best, man. I miss it. Orange, The Bartender, My Hero Academia, Blue Lock. I tried to start 91 Days, but it was kind of slow. I might give it a second chance. I tried to watch, what was it called? I forgot. It was like a really depressing one, and I just couldn't watch it. It was too depressing for me. I watched something else, didn't I? My Hero Academia, Hajime no Ippo. Honestly, I have to make a list for 2025, like what anime I'm gonna watch. Let me know if you watch anime, and if you have any suggestions for me for 2025. Next question. We're almost done, y'all. We're almost done. I'm sorry, I'm moving slow, but what is your favorite thing that you achieved this year, and what could have gone better? My favorite thing, or the best thing I achieved this year, was my health. Losing weight was like the number one thing on my mind. This year was my number one goal, and I did it. I'm not done, but I did it. And growing my hair back. If y'all don't know already, I absolutely love my hair. And in 2022 and 2023, those are the first years in my life I see my hair the way it was, and I was so depressed. Girl, the right side of my head was here. My hair was up here, and the left side was down here. That is how messed up it was, and damaged and broken. So when the year started, I said I'm gonna start fresh. I cut off a good amount of hair, and I kept it cut every month. I just trimmed a little bit. You know, I use good products, deep condition, wash my hair frequently, less heat, less protective styles. I haven't done passion twists in so long. And I just kept going because I said, no, I have to grow my hair back. I have to get my hair back because ain't no way. No. So yes, one thing I wish I could have done more. One thing that I definitely struggled with this year was being in my head so much. And I'm not gonna lie, my life is boring, okay? I don't really do much outside of content creation and playing tennis and watching tennis and anime and reading and gym repetitively. To be honest, I don't even do a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Because I am my own boss and I do everything by myself. I don't really have people around me like that. Like, I have friends that I talk to, but when it comes to career, no, I don't really speak to many people online, and I also I'm not physically getting up, going to an office, speaking to this person, and I didn't realize how much of a toll that takes on you too, when you're just not around people, and it doesn't make it better because I live in the middle of nowhere. Literally live in the middle of nowhere, so like I'm by myself most of the time. And I realized how oh, my throat. Sorry, but I realized how detrimental is just being alone all the time. I wasn't lonely, but I was just alone too much to where I would overthink, and all it did was cause anxiety. And I also didn't realize how overthinking can also exhaust your brain and make you tired and make you feel burnt out. Just thinking alone, thinking so much can make you exhausted. And I would always question, why the heck am I tired? Why am I tired? Yeah, and also I live in a place where we don't really get sunlight like that. In the winter especially, we don't get no sunlight, so it's just, you gotta deal with it. And this is why I also want to leave. So yeah, I think that was something that I could have done better. It's just my mental clarity. It was just all over the place this year. And just the thing with the career was just huge for me this year, because I really was just going back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, I feel like I got somewhere. We are almost done. Someone asked me, oops, let me keep going, okay. I think I'm gonna do powder next. Yes. We got the Maybelline Fit Me 360 Mocha. Someone asked me, does ASMR overwhelm you? And watching it, no, I don't get overwhelmed watching ASMR. I watch it every day. Creating it, yes. But I think it's my fault because I tend to have this perfectionist type of mindset. And when something doesn't go my way, or when something just doesn't work the way I envisioned it, I get incredibly frustrated, and then it becomes overwhelming. Okay, so I'm being honest. Okay, I'm being honest. Let's do a little bit on here, and just same thing. Start a little bit lower and then work my way up like that. Next question. What is my favorite thing about creating ASMR? I feel like my favorite thing about creating ASMR is seeing how it actually helps you guys. Like, I get messages on Instagram from a lot of you, which I appreciate, about how my videos help you so much, and that makes me feel like I have purpose. It definitely makes me feel so much better, and I find it funny because every time you guys send me those messages, it's always when I'm doubting myself, or when I just question if I'm doing enough or if I'm doing good. It's always, I swear, and I get the most, out of nowhere, I get the most longest paragraphs, heartfelt messages from you guys. So I love you guys so much, and that, it's like one of the best things about making ASMR is like when you just see the effect you have. So next question. Did you ever think that you would become a well-known and well-loved ASMR creator when you first started? No, like I said before, when I created my ASMR channel, when I tell you I was just doing it for fun, it was my hobby, and I just realized at a certain point that I could keep going. I'm like, at a certain point I was gonna stop, but I was like, you know what, let me keep going, because it's actually pretty fun. And I didn't start making any money from ASMR, but it took me 2.5 years before I actually started making a small amount of money. Like, not a lot, but a little bit. And that's when I realized, I was like, oh, you can actually do this as a career. What the heck? So I've also, like I said, extremely fortunate and blessed to have gotten the opportunities I've gotten, because that has also helped me tremendously in my life. So I just, when I explain my ASMR journey, I just say I just kept going with the flow. Basically, I just kept going and going and going. I don't really have a plan. Like, I don't have a desire to want 1 million subscribers or 2 million or 3 million. Like, I don't have that in mind. I just want to keep going. But I also want to feel freedom and feel like I can just express myself. questions. Put the brightness up. Who are your favorite non-ASMR YouTubers / creators, or what type of non-ASMR content do you like? Great question. I love to watch cinematic videos on YouTube, and I love to watch beauty / lifestyle videos on TikTok and Instagram. Some of my favorite lifestyle / beauty creators are April Buckles, first of all, per Name It Michael, Any Given Sunday, Clark, look, I have some more, what's her name again? She wears glasses. I think her name is Alexis, I think. I have a few. Oh, Tony Bravo. I can't forget about Tony Bravo. And I might be forgetting some people, but those are like the ones I can remember off the top of my head. When it comes to YouTube, I love watching cinematic lifestyle vlogs. I feel like it's such a compelling way to express yourself, but also tell a story about your life. And some of the creators I watch that are in that field are Phil Kofer and Life of Riza. I love her content. Like, she's literally the reason why I'm taking this like serious with this camera. And I want to create that other channel because like I said, her videos are very inspirational to me, and I just want to try something different, basically. So, do you ever feel limited as a creator to what your audience's favorite triggers are instead of doing your favorites? Yes, I do. I'm not lying, I do. Like I said, this is why I feel like I get that imposter syndrome too, because it happens so fast in my head. Time is going faster than when it actually is. And when I log into my accounts, when I look at my accounts, I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck? We have this amount of followers and subscribers and supporters. And so when you really look at it and you look at my YouTube channel, the most popular video or videos are all in one particular category. And although I love that category, it limits me at the same time, because I want to do what majority of you guys want from me, but I don't want to do it all the time. Like, I want to take my time with it. I want to do other things. But this is what I'm saying about YouTube and social media and how things work. It's really hard to want to do something completely different than what you've already been doing. I mean, think about it. Imagine if I'm subscribed to somebody and I love their content. I love when they do this particular thing, and then out of nowhere, I don't see it again. I'll low-key be pissed off, like, what you mean? Where you going, you know? But, yeah, so that's not stopping. I'm gonna continue doing those videos, but I'm trying to find that balance, basically. So, sometimes I do feel limited. If you were to do social media and not ASMR, what would you do? What type of content would you make? Literally, just like what I said, the cinematic lifestyle vlogs. I love those vlogs, and low-key, it just feels relaxing to watch as well. When someone is not constantly cutting and editing and cutting and editing. I mean, everybody has their own way of doing content creation. I'm more gravitated towards the slower formats and just the messaging behind videos, if that makes sense. Almost done, yeah, almost done. I need to continue this makeup, actually. Okay. I think that's going to be it for that part. I'm gonna put the makeup on for you. Setting spray. What is your holy grail makeup products? Like I said, I love Safe Beauty. I realized I like to keep it very simple. Now, I went through my makeup a few months ago. I tossed out like half of it because it was expired. But also, I never actually took the time and did the work to understand my skin tone, my face shape, my undertones, etc. So when I did, I was like, oh, I need to get this and what advice would you give beginner ASMR creators who feel like they want to give up because they feel like they're not getting enough recognition? What would I say for that? Honestly, then I would question you and say, well, then what is your purpose for doing ASMR? Like, if that's what there's nothing wrong with wanting to gain recognition, but if you want to give up solely because you're not getting recognized, I would ask you to rethink your purpose for creating your channel, and just why. Like, why are you feeling that way? If I had to tell you a more business-like approach, if you really care a lot about that, I think, well, first of all, it could just be your content itself. Like I said, like, be yourself, create from the heart, and post when you can, but post consistently when you can. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's healthy for you to want to give up because of that. Now, I'm not saying don't ever give up. If you want to give up, go ahead. You know, it's not for everybody, but just give it another shot. But take that fear away. If you were to take that, you know, oh my gosh, like, what if I take away fear and stress and wanting to be recognized? If I take it away, how would I feel? You know, what would I do? Ask yourself that. Let's see. What was your 2024 Spotify rap? I can't say it. I can't. I'm not gonna lie. That's another thing that I realized this year is when you heal, a lot changes. Okay, when you work on yourself, everything changes. So my music also changed this year. I would listen to one particular artist a lot, but I stopped listening to that artist, and now I discovered new artists. And even classical music plays a huge role in our lives. The music you listen to affects how you feel. You consume it consciously and subconsciously. And so I made that realization this year too, and I'm like, you know what, let me do a rebrand of my music profile. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out more artists and different artists. I'm like, someone asks me, where are you from? They assume that I'm from New York or the Carolinas. It's funny because I am from both. Not really, but I was born and raised in New York City. I have family ties in North Carolina, but I was not raised in North Carolina. I just have this accent, honestly. I don't know why, but I do. It's like, what am I gonna do about it? Okay. Somebody asked me, do I have a specific filming room? Do you have soundproof panels? Anything special in your room to make it sound good? Yes, I do have soundproof. I don't know if you can hear it. I have soundproof peel and stick panels on my walls to muffle the sound from the outside and inside, because I do live in a very old building, and unfortunately when there's storms, or you can hear cars, you can hear everything, okay, through these walls. So that's the best I can do to kind of enhance the corner that I'm in. And no, I don't have a specific room. This room that I am is my bedroom. But that will be changing pretty soon. That is it for the makeup right now. I really enjoyed doing this video. This is more of a ramble / talking ASMR video, so if you don't like it, it's okay. I have other videos on my channel that you can watch. And I really watching my videos, supporting, and I don't take this for granted. Like, this is one of the best jobs I'll ever have in my life. So moving into 2025, I really want to show that to you guys in my work and show you guys all the things that I've learned this year offline. I will let you know when the channel is finally up. It's probably going to be pretty soon. And I also have another surprise for you guys, which a lot of you guys have been asking me for a long time. I'm going to release that in about a week. But like I said, thank you so much for everything. And I can't believe we did our last Get Ready With Me for 2024. Oh my gosh, it's crazy, but I love you guys so